Hey guys, welcome back to another Disc Golf Examiner disc review. I'm joined by Jeff and Zach, and today we have a special disc from Discmania. It's the P-Line P1. It's definitely an interesting disc. We were sent this by Discmania. Special thank you to Discmania for sending us this disc. It actually has a pretty cool stamp on it, you'll see in the close-ups. Without further ado, let's go ahead and go to those close-ups. Start it off by going to the profile.
The P1 in the P-Line plastic is nice and firm, has a real grippy feel. It's a great putter plastic. It has a nice rim and it's a little bit deeper. When I threw the P1 on a hyzer, it held the hyzer line the whole time and flew nice and good distance for a putter.
When I threw the P1 on a hyzer release, it stood up, it turned a little right, and then finished out about straight.
When I threw the P-Line P1 flat, it went dead straight with no fade and no turn.
When I threw the P1 on a flat release, it flipped up into a roller, landed in a slight roller, and finished into the middle of the field.
When I threw the P1 on an anhyzer, it held the anhyzer line the whole time and didn't deviate from it at all.
Trying to throw the P1 on an anhyzer, the best option there was to put it up into a roller. It stood up right as we would think, and it rolled out.
When I was putting the P-Line P1, it has a good feel on the hand, but the plastic's just a little too slick for my liking. I was able to get it in the chains though.
When I tried putting with the P1, it was hard to get a smooth release. I couldn't get it consistent. I was joking, coming out like a wounded duck. But it flew consistently. I was near the basket fairly often. Might want to use it more for approach disc than for my putting.
And that's how we threw the Discmania P1 in the P-Line plastic. Zach, for a professional player, what do you think?
I like throwing it. It was a great thrower. Any line I put it on, it really held it. I didn't like it so much for putting. It's just not my style. Putting's all preference. But for throwing, it was great. I really enjoyed throwing it.
Cool. And how about you, Jeff, for an amateur player, somebody who's never thrown this disc before? We've had some other, we've had like P2s that we've thrown and stuff. What do you think of the P1?
I struggled with this one. Even on my hyzer line, I was turning it over. The flat release, turning it over. My anhyzer, I just had to throw a roller, right? We threw it completely different, and it was difficult for me to throw. I don't know if it's bad form, that's a possibility, but for me, I just consistently turned it over.
Well, see, bad form, that's not for us to judge. That's for the internet to judge.
Yes.
Leave comment. Share it. We always appreciate it whenever you guys do that. And a special thank you to Discmania for sending us the disc for today. Is that all, guys? Any other thoughts on the P1?
It's blue.
It's blue. It is blue. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining us for today's Disc Golf Examiner disc review. Until next time, keep banging those chains.